Welcome back! We're watching more Haikyuu. The matches go on. For some. Others go home empty-handed and broken-hearted. But there's still plenty more of the tournament to go. What teams are going to be there at the upper echelon, standing on the edge of the precipice? We saw our initial rivals with Nekoma become victorious, win over their opposition, and I think grow a little at the same time. Kenma taking a step forward, putting a little more effort into things, even if he doesn't entirely like the terminology. But I believe that we will be going back to our crows for this one, continuing on their bout against the brothers. What else are we going to see? What is going to be brought to the very forefront of their personalities? Are we going to get any fun moments and interactions? I'm guessing yes for that one. Joining back in... right back here. Reminiscing... on old times, the calling of the bands to be quiet. And so we had the last team focusing on Kenma. Now they're pushing as the guardian god himself. At least there's a chance to show off some of the rolling thunder. I wonder how Nishinoya is going to react after being provoked. Like going to him as though, oh, let's see if you can get this one. Is he gonna jump at the chance to prove himself and be a bit cool? Considering what personality Nishinoya has, he has been kind of in the background when it comes to like match focus and story time. We've had other members of the team kind of delve into their family history, their worries. Nishinoya not really all too much, apart from the initial reason as to why he had a bit of a fit and left the team in the first place. He can carry on. It's just a small sprain. Unfortunately, it might be a little difficult to break him. He's got the rest of them behind his back, at least. And the goddamn smile. And someone not particularly paying him too much attention. I mean, look at that stare. Does it look like one that is on the verge of leaving? And are we... yeah, I was about to say, are we still counting the steps? Not the best. Not the best receive. What was that? That energy that the float had just kind of dropped off and rolled away. I mean, I don't think we needed the in-depth understanding of, well, if you wrist at the wrong angle, then it goes haywire. It's one of the things I could have actually worked out without them telling me. And so, how is he now? Are they now going to be returning the favour? Depends what expression he's got. He's screwing up, punishing himself, get back into the frame of mind where he can do it. Playtime's over. Yeah. One way of putting it. A quick step and, well, he kept it up. The fact it's still in play. Not another service ace. Now can they stop him? The fact they are kind of interchangeable. Unfortunately. He had a little different perspective. The fact the entire thing, the camera shifted on its axis. Just not good enough. Now that they've seen it once, though. So he's Reggie Gigas. He's going into his head. He finds out what they can do, how they can receive it. You just extend a little more. So that was what the camera shifting was about. He himself contorted to be able to get around the block. Yeah. Spine break. And is Nishinori going to slowly get better at receiving these 17-7 out? Stopped him in his stride. Focused so much on trying to push him. He's annoyed because he wasn't able to prove himself to be the one there to stop it. So kind of like what we had with Kageyama going around around the net to get the ball is still in play. They attempted it, just wasn't quite there. Is he going to find a way to countermeasure the twist? Almost. This set doesn't look amazing. They're going to definitely have to try to fight back hard, claw back some of the points. Look at them go. I wonder if that's a callback to their times, racing towards the club room and whatnot. However, with his ways of not having only using his arms and shoulders and whatnot, doesn't need to adhere to how it usually looks. I see. He is quite the danger. Of course, there isn't exactly a lot of time to be able to get used to it. Once again, we're seeing the back of Nishinoya there. How much was he aggravated about not being able to be behind those serves? And going again, and he managed to push it over. Not able to completely finish the point, but they're trying everything they can. I mean, the emphasis on some of the power and its effect on the balls and whatnot. No second chance. Doubling down on that, eh? That was impressive. I like it. I mean, you can call a timeout whenever you need to try and reset things, but when it's unnecessary, you're just giving the enemy time to recuperate and rest. Are they trying to break him just like they're trying to break Nishinoya? Which players have a bit more fortitude? Go for the ordinary. We could hear one cheer over others. Oh, reliable. I mean, dig the grave, put him in his coffin already. He's imagining it. how he would handle the situation. Don't get lazy, complacent. I mean, think of the upset now if you come in and bring back the deficit. Also, coming onto the court then, making such a defiant statement in front of them. He'll do what he can, especially since they're here. Good jump in right there. You know, having confidence in him being that Suga will be there at some point, no matter what. The fact that he went blocked against him out. What was with that? Yeah, so don't cack it up again. I mean, it's the life and fall of all pinch servers, really. As long as he remembers to hit it. Although he didn't have... Look at how enthusiastic he was. At least let him have this one. Wow, they're digging into him. What, as an attempt to try and force you better? I mean, if you don't want to be jeered, don't make mistakes. Oh. You can't take it easy. And the fact that he's being kind of... Well, they're all a little harsh. Granted, he did make a somewhat safe serve. And it... What? The moments of blank, well, audio and visual, where it just freezes, then zooms ahead and freezes again before the hit. Okay. When they're really in the zone. That's when they're scary. I think this is quite high praise, in a way. When he's scary like that. Ah. Well, if he was in the zone there to, when he's calm, collected, and terrifying, can he get back into that frame of mind once the timeout is over? 2 in a row. I mean, we're going down from what, 9 points behind, 8 points behind, 7. Just keep pushing. But how long can he keep it up for? A slow degradation of them. Keep annoying them, chip away. Was that out? What's the call? Small mistakes, small annoyances. I think having the just out compared to obviously out being the more heartbreaking constantly. Actually, you see, the love of the game when he actually gets that spike and the work they've went through to gain that that moment now kind of squandered. Don't go easy now. Come on, get it done. Otherwise, he's going to make dinner tonight quite awkward. The fact you can. Blame and shout at your siblings quite well. Was it out? I wasn't too sure. I don't think he's learned his lesson. I think with you being able to be a bit more harsh with your brothers and the like, they would definitely piss you off a bit more than normal mistakes. They've definitely found like a chink in the armor. Getting under their skin. The fact that they were worried just then. What does this mean? If you got one that was joining in with the criticisms, whether they were constructive or not, seems to somewhat hold himself in high regard, at least in terms of skill, quite calm. If he's being brought out now, I think it's going to be quite difficult for Crisano to take 2 straight sets. They really need to go on a roll now to be able to get it all in. And what about our pinch servers? Is Yamaguchi or the other one gonna have their chance? Hopefully with a little less booing and degradation. You know, every time we see it, I love the interactions between the two brothers. Like, Don't you dare fuck this up. Ah, you fucked it up. It's not my fault. You're being a bastard. Just shut up for once and let him do his job. I do like how it kind of started off as, oh, we're putting pressure on Nishinoya and we're going to focus on him, push him out of a role of defense, and you can't stop these serves, and then well, the service ace were blocked off after a few attempts. We haven't really seen him after, though. He did seem a little annoyed, so maybe there was some lasting damage there, just we haven't been privy to it yet. I do like that it is a back and forth between the two teams who can cause the most damage and psychological warfare as possible. Start to get under people's skins, wear them down. Going in for the long haul, not just here for scoring points, but stop the enemy team from being able to get any back. If you start tearing away the confidence of the players, then you don't have to worry so hard. It's not going to be completely so exhausting. And honestly, for where they are in the competition at the minute, Kurosawa being the no-name team from the garbage dump, coming back in this spectacular fashion and putting a fight against the team that is slated to be one of the potential victors for the entire thing. I mean, they really haven't made it easy for them. And in a lot of ways, the match has been completely back and forth. Like, Kurosawa do one thing, they do another. They're focusing on Nishinoya, well, we'll focus on Iran. You want to try doing the fast attack? Well, the brothers have their own. It is so interesting to see, having that complete back and forth. At no point does it seem in the bag or certain, even with a deficit of 7, 8 points, whatever it is up to now. At any point, either teams could easily swing it. Is it going to be a 2 sets to completion, or are we going to for the full round? We're going to have to see. But as I have started mentioning a few times, some episodes we focus on a singular thing as a centerpiece of that episode. A few ago we had Tanaka and his internalization of what it means to be ordinary, or is he the star of the show, that kind of thing. Now, there's 4 or 5 all jostling for which is the main thread for this episode. And I think because it is so kind of ramping up with so much going on, kind of shows the intensity of this match and what it exactly means. But the ramifications for what have happened today, don't know if we've seen them all. What about the guy who got booed incessantly? What about Nishinoya? We haven't seen his cheery face in a while. How much has both teams been put off their stride? Are they going to make more mistakes? They're going to claw it back and be somewhat disciplined? Gonna have to find out. So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more. All in all, get yourselves a bit of rest. So I can see you in the next one. If you want to turn all of your focus on me, whether or not it's actually to send me into a downward spiral so you can get the upper hand, I need to thank each and every one of my patrons, because thanks to the likes of Noku, Raywin, Sal, Shiwan, Mats, Akane, Guado, Danny Sweet, Light Wizard 91, Kite, Diego Zenhausen, Tori, Jane, SZ9870 and everyone else, I can say at least I'm getting a little attention. And while I'm not crushed under the weight of it, I'm kind of enjoying it.